So after BSc, what is your planning? Are you going for the masters or you are going to do job?
I'm planning for the job to join in IT sector.
Which one is your favorite company, if I will ask? Can you name the one?
Yeah. So I'm thinking about MNC companies like Google, Microsoft.
You are very ambitious. Very nice. Okay. Tell me about your hobbies. What do you like to do in your free times when you're free?
So in my free time, I love to listen to music a lot and spending time with my family.
How this love for the English language comes into picture?
Yes.
When did you get to know about this?
I mean, there is an incident. There was an incident behind this learning English when I was in degree first year because I'm from village. So there is no enrollment to speak in English. So when I went to city, so a lot of people, especially in college, professors and students also speaking in English. But I don't know how to speak, how to introduce myself is also very difficult for me. So that is where I want to learn this language anyway. So I started learning when I was in degree first year, but I'm not consistently learning when I was in degree first year. So when I am in degree second year, I consistently working on communication skills and I'm consuming a lot of words and practicing my English with co-learners.
And do you think that it's also going to help you in your career too, for your career objectives? Because you are about to becoming an IT engineer. And for an IT engineer, your English should be good. You know how to communicate, you know how to do presentation, right?
Yes, of course.
For that
It
too, it's
is.
very important. People always
Yeah.
get so late when they did their degree, when they got their degree, then they realize that English is one of the indispensable things to do. So they do those
Yes.
things later, and later they have the regret, because you know the things that you are learning, like you are learning since your first year, degree first year. Now you have
Yeah.
becoming already very good to express yourself, which is one of the best thing, right? So when you go for the
Yeah.
interview, you would not face problem. At least you would be having a kind of confidence. That most important things that they forget to learn is commanding over English language and communication skill. So actually I'm also, pursuing my master in computer application. It is the similar kind of things we can say. And people says that AI is coming and you have to think something else as well. You cannot be dependent on one thing. And nowadays it's true as well. And the
Yes.
things that people were doing now, AI is replacing so far. So it's very important to have a lot of multiple skills. You have to be very much versatile in your career. That's why I'm doing YouTube. I believe that this is also the one thing that have in me. I love conversing with people. I love asking question to people. I love giving answer to as well.
Okay.
So that's why I think I'm making it my career option. What do you think? I think you are also making it your career. You are looking forward to make your career here on the YouTube channel.
I want to improve my communication skills and I
Mhm.
have a desire to become a fluent speaker. So that's why I started this kind of conversation videos. But on
Okay.
that time when I started this YouTube journey, I make my solo videos because I'm not that much of interested to talk with people because I'm an introvert. So it is really difficult to talk with strangers. So when I started my communication I mean YouTube journey, so some point of time I decided myself I want to talk with strangers also then only I can get rid of my fear of speaking English, and also I have a little bit confident to I mean to talk with to talk in public also, right? So that's why I make this kind of conversational videos nowadays.
Okay. Now still you are looking confident. You are assertive whatever you are saying. Now it seems that it has played a very important role in your life. YouTube has played, right? Now
Yes.
you are speaking good, you are expressing yourself beautifully. And that's the wonderful thing, right?
When I
Nice.
had a call in this Skype application, I'm very nervous to talk with my first call because I don't know how to talk, how to face the people. But I think now I'm a little bit confident.
Yeah, you are confident. And yeah, absolutely, it's right that whenever you are trying to connect with somebody who is a stranger for the very first time, and that too on the video session, connecting on call, head to head call, it's become difficult to talk with them, to have an idea, to share insights, conversation, whatever. Like how to start, what to ask, what to give answer. Are you
Yeah.
getting my point? So when I was doing my session, I was also very much nervous. But this is YouTube, the kind of sessions I have done so far. I have done more than 100 sessions. That sessions has boost my confidence, that boost the ability to talk. Earlier I was very much in flow that whenever I used to talk to the people, now I have a kind of control over myself while speaking. So those things I have learned by my experiences. It is
Okay.
something I would not have been, experienced if I would not do CSM. So I did this and I got to know about my flaws, my mistakes, and I rectify, I mitigate those mistakes. And that's how you learn something. When you do by your own self and when you look up to yourself by your own ways, then you get to have a very clear idea. You got more clarity rather than going into institute learning where with somebody else things when you do practically, when you are very much practical in your life,
Yeah.
that times I think learning things becomes easy. That's why I always chose to feel that I should be very much pragmatic in my life. Are you rational in your life? Are you practical? Are you believe in theory and you believe in thoughts and
Yeah,
the
I would say that I'm a practical girl because without I'm not going to think about imaginary things and everything. Always think about practical. It is workout or not. So practically, it is workout or not. So that is what I think whenever I do any works in my life. But
okay? Are you resilient in your life?
sorry.
Are you resilient too? Are you flexible? According
Yes.
to situation, you love adapting the conditions and the surroundings. You love this thing.
Yeah. And whenever I face that kind of situation, so I must learn something on the other from my problems. So next time I don't want to do that mistake in my life, and I because I learned something, right? So that
Mhm.
is how I learned whatever in my life so far.
Yeah, and absolutely, an engineer should also be very much, practical, right? You can't go with the theory. At the same
Yes.
time, you have to also be very flexible in your life, right? According to situation, you need to know how to do adaptability. At any time, you can get a project to do work on, and you have to do it. And I have to
Yes.
say that I think you have that ability to adopt the situation, and it seems like that you're flexible, you're pragmatic. I think I have asked you a lot of questions, and now I think it's
Yeah.
your time to ask question. The ball is in your court. Now you can ask
Okay.
me anything you want.
So I want to know about your journey as well. So if you want to go abroad,
No, I mean, why did you ask this question?
I mean, why you want to learn this language? A lot of people are saying to me that whenever some people are saying to me that whenever they want to go for abroad, that's why they are learning.
You're right. For many people, for many students who want to study foreign abroad, they learn this language because it's one of the fundamental things. You have to be good at English language. So for those people, it's nice, yeah. But I am not planning and I'm not learning just to go abroad and just for the sake of study. I'm in India and I'm planning to shift my life in India too. I don't want to go abroad. There's another reason for that, but learning English language was the childhood dream to speak in English. Why? Because I was from village. In my school, it was Hindi medium school. When I go for my 10th and 12th, even in my graduation, everything was in Hindi medium. So when I say a student, a boy who is from English medium, and then they speak English, it seemed very much fascinating. It was something that was hypnotizing me. That it seems very nice. I can also speak English, and I should learn it. Then I took help from learning grammar books. Speaking is totally a different shit, right?
Yeah.
While learning grammar, you can speak. Yeah, I'm very much good at grammar. When it comes to about tenses and all those stuff. Participes, whatever. Speaking is a different shit. I know a lot of people who have not gone through grammar portion, but they are able to speak, right? So
Yeah.
from since then, when I used to see the other people, the other students, the other boys, the other kids around me, they are speaking this language. Because they were from the English medium school and I was not. So I planned and I thought one day I will be speaking. That was a kind of manifestation at that time. But that things I realized now. At
Yeah.
that point of time, I was not able to know, I was not acknowledging my thoughts that, okay, this is something that I'm manifesting that one day I will speak English. And in 2023, yeah, 23, I was just scrolling YouTube channel and I got one conversational videos.
Okay.
The things that we are doing nowadays, the same
Yeah.
things. I got one videos of one person who is a YouTuber, very famous YouTuber. I mailed him and I said that, sir, I want to do a session with you. I did that session. I talked with him for 15 or maybe 20 minutes around. It went well, but I was very much nervous. But it went well, and I feel a different kind of, the satisfaction in me that, okay, at least I introduced myself. Since
Yeah.
then, I was unstoppable. Since then, I was not, waited and just, I was not wasting my time that, okay, this thing I can do. I started learning grammar in different way while talking to the people. I started learning vocabularies. I started learning and working on my pronunciation as well. And slowly and gradually, I'm learning. And one day, I believe that I would be able to speak better. Yeah, I'm learning.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lifelong journey to becoming a
sure.
better speaker, to fluent speaker, right?
I completely agree with you. So when I was a beginner, I'm not concentrating too much on grammar because I'm little bit. I think that it is little bit tricky to my brain. So that's why I leave it. I speak this language in a natural manner. So that is how I learned this kind of English. So I want to know about vocabulary. How because I'm a little bit backward when it comes to tenses, describing about past. So how I can improve my tenses. So could you please suggest me?
For tenses, I would not suggest you to go for the grammar and just books and all. Try to understand the concept that when we use past tense, when we use past sentence structure, we use when things has already happened. When the
Yeah.
things has happened since a very long time ago, you can use was and were. But when the things that has recently happened, you can use has and had. That's very simple. That's very
Yeah.
simple. Like if you have done a session recently, you can say that I have done a session. You are using have. When you have to say something that you have done, but it's been a long time, it's been a month and a year, you can say, I've done those things 1 year down the line. Now you're using the just only the second structure, right? First,
Yeah.
second, third. The form of verb. You're using only the second verb. So this is how you can learn. So this is the practical method that I got to know about some of the Clapping tutors. When I done some session with Clapping tutors, I got to know how to learn grammar while learning, while talking with people. So this is the best technique. Don't go for the sake that, in Hindi we said that tha hai, thi hai. It was too boring, like Macaulay time we are learning this thing since 1947. So we will be learning things about the 1947. We are not going to learn things. Why nowadays, celebrities, new people, newcomer, little child, they're able to speak English very good. Why? Because they are getting the practical knowledge. On
Yeah.
the contrary, we are getting, like theoretical knowledge. And for an in abroad students, the new baby born, they are speaking really good English. They're not getting the books, okay, spoken English book or grammar books, go learn adjective classes, part of the speech, noun, verb, adverb. I'm not criticizing about all those things, it's very important, but yeah, at the same time, I'm against the learning method. How you are teaching a student, how you can make it more comfortable so that everybody can understand and everybody can learn it, so that they can implement those things in their life and so that they can speak English really good. For people like us who are from the Hindi medium background, we have struggled a lot to speak such English. And this is nothing. Like even the 10 years boy who has been done their studies in English medium school can speak better English than me. I know this is the fact, this is the reality. But I'm not, because again, the upbringing, the kind of school of thoughts that I have, got to know from my teachers, from my colleague, from my surroundings. That is why I am very late in my life. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very hopeful, I'm very optimistic. I hope that I would be working like this and one day I will speak better English. That's what
Yeah.
is in our hand, right?
You're speaking very well.
Thank you very much. And you're also speaking really good, and that's what we are doing here. I'm connecting here to learn, to communicate, and that's how we can get to know. Suppose we are not
Yes.
doing this session, we wouldn't know that whether what is our label, whether we are able to speak or not. Yeah. For the
Yeah.
engineer like us, it's very beneficial, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you
Sarla,
so much.
Sarla, I think we should wind up our session here. And it went really well. Thank you for connecting. And I can only wish you the great day ahead. So till then, take care. Bye bye. We'll see you again in next video very soon. Bye.
Yeah.